Last thing you said. Well, hello everyone, hoping that this is actually working. Welcome to the game against McDonald's Freedom Fighters against Minion Genocide. McDonald's Freedom Fighters on the blue side, Minion Genocide on the red side. Going quick with the bands from blue side. We've got McDonald's Freedom Fighters bands, we've got the Ash and the Mouthful that's already come out. Return bands have been the Gragas as well as the Aurelia, targeting the top jungle there. Bit weird to see an Ash band come through first from McDonald's Freedom Fighter, probably just targeting comfort. It's not a pick that's super high in priority right now. What this is going to mean is there's going to be a Jinx possibly come through. Jarvan's open. There's a lot of first picks to be open right now. You've got the Ornn, Malphite, Jarvan. You've got Jinx. There's one of them. Be the Jarvan first pick. Let's see if we get sort of like the bot lane counter here. I'm expecting to see a Jinx come through. It's more of the high priority one right now. Just see what picks come through here on the red side. Hovering between the Sejuani and the Wukong. Looks like it's going to be the Sejuani. I am going to like to see a melee top and mid with this. Hoping to see something like the Silas or Akali in the mid lane, as well as a melee top laner, just so you can bring out the strength of that Sejuani E. It just makes the skirmishing a lot more powerful. And is this going to be the Jinx locked in? Hoping so. There's the Jinx lock in. So there's the priority AD carry, one of the stronger ones right now. If you don't pick it up, first pick on blue side, you're most likely going to see it come through on the red side unless you've banned it. It is definitely the meta AD carry right now. The sort of pick that everyone wants to be going towards. See what the response from McDonald's Freedom Fighter is here. It could be a Lucian Nami. Lucian Nami is something that has dropped in priority. It's been nerfed a lot. But yeah, there's an army lock-in. Just the high skirmishing power into the Jinx. They definitely want to snowball this bot lane. Make sure to try and get themselves an advantage. Shut the Jinx down for the team fighting. And despite all the nerfs, it is still a decently strong bot lane. And yeah, just Nami's peel ability with her ultimate is also just incredibly good. It's a very strong team fighting ability. So it's going to be the Braum coming for in support for the third pick. I'm not too sure about this one because you are basically entirely surrendering the laning phase. He has pretty much no presence unless he's locked in alongside like another, or locked in against a melee support like a Nautilus, for example. It's really good at countering that engage. So it looks like they are going to have a bit of pain in the bot lane. Silas banned away, actually. That does take away their melee mid options. It takes away some of that skirmishing from Sejuani. But could just be another target ban towards their mid laner. Be the Gorgon Ink. I know he does play it. See the Talia ban in response. Again, just banning away comfort. Also stops a lot of the roaming between the lanes. Could be used to go between the side lanes and start snowballing the Jinx if they can get a gank bot, or snowball the top laner once it gets picked. Ahri ban as well is going to come out, just closing down some of that mid lane pool. Don't seem too worried about top lane in the second round of bans. They're not really banning anything away there, just targeting more on Gargle Ink. Just making sure that they can take away some of the strong picks that you're getting. Possibly looking to last pick their mid lane themselves, or try and get a counter pick on red side. See what the last ban is. Going to be another mid lane ban with the Zoe as well. See what they pick up here on Minion Genocide for their pick 4. Most likely going to be the top laner saving the mid lane, judging by the bans that have come through. Depending on what they actually want to have their counter pick on. See if they can get the strong match up. It's going to be the Victor by the look of it. Yeah, Victor gets locked in. Another safe scale in mid lane. Goes alongside the Jinx pretty well. You've got a lot of range, a lot of strong team fighting. And just good scaling into the late game. We're going to see the Mordecai to blind maybe in the top lane. Of all the blind picks that you can have right now, it's a pretty strong one. Definitely up there in priority. He doesn't really lose lane to anything. Insofar as blind picks, it's not too bad of a choice. And we'll see what the counter pick here is into Victor since they have that. hoping for an assassin, something spicy in the mid lane to really sort of like bring it to this Victor, try and shut them down early. But it could be the Annie. It is indeed the Annie. Okay, so we've got a follow-up with the Jarvan. Pretty nice wombo combo. Just a decently strong mid laner right now. And is that... Okay. I was seeing the Tahm Kench hover. It could be a Tahm or Ornn by the look of it. I would much prefer an Ornn right here, but Tahm Kench could also just be comfort. A bit of a surprising one as well. You don't see it too often in the top lane right now. Does fall off. Yep, there's the Tahm Kench. Does fall off heavily towards the later stages of the game, but early to mid game he is an absolutely massive threat. So yeah, running over the draft. There's a bit more cohesion on the side of Minion Genocide in terms of like team identity. Something that we spoke about on the cast a lot yesterday is having like a cohesive team. So on the side of Minion Genocide, on that red side, you've got a very strong team fighting team, front to back. You've got Victor and Jinx hitting from the back line, scaling well into the late game. Braum just there to peel, and Tahm Kench and Sejuani to sort of like go forward and be that beefy front line. Whereas on the side of McDonald's Freedom Fighters, you've got a decent amount of wombo combo with your Jarvan and Annie, but a lot of it is mainly skirmishing. Mordekaiser thrives in these skirmishes. Lucian Nami obviously like thrives in skirmishes as well. So it looks like it's going to be more of a scrappy team composition for McDonald's Freedom Fighters, while Minion Genocide are going to be looking to sort of like use those team fights and take it to them. While we wait for the spectator delay come through, it's going to be the 3-minute delay. Hoping this comes through. There we go. We got the pick order there. Love it. So yeah, yeah, pretty cool team comp coming out. I'm excited to see this Minion Genocide one if they can actually get the team fights rolling. I am a bit sad to not see the Ornn come through as well, but Tahm Kench might just be sort of comfort. It might also just be where you don't see it too much anymore. They might be trying to catch the top laner of McDonald's Freedom Fighters by surprise. Get them into a matchup that they're not comfortable with. Try to bully the lane a little bit more than the Ornn can. And it is a bit stronger in the early to mid game as well. It's just that like the late game insurance compared to the Ornn isn't there because he does fall off quite heavily. And then on the side of McDonald's Freedom Fighters, you've obviously got the Mordekaiser in the top lane. It is going to be able to win lane against the Tahm Kench. It can sort of like shove them in, does outdamage them, does generally outskirmish them, especially with the like passive burn. Once you get the you can go Leandries or you can go Riftmaker and just sort of sustain through that fight and then eventually win it as long as the Tahm Kench doesn't get too far ahead. Mid lane should be like decently even. I can't really see either of them getting like that strong of a push into each other. They should just sort of like be battling for priority. I'm hoping to see Annie roam a little bit into the side lanes as well if she can get the push. But mainly just farming up for the team fights for her. In the bot lane, most likely going to see the Lucian Nami dominate the laning phase. Like mentioned earlier, Braum only really excels when he's picked into these sort of like melee engagement supports. Something like the Nautilus, something like the Thresh it can work, like Leona, Rel, these sort of picks Braum kind of excels in because he can just turn around the fight. And then in the jungle matchup, we've got the Sejuani versus Jarvan. It is going to be early priority over to the Jarvan, able to get out a lot of those ganks, a lot more effective at them. Definitely has a lot more presence in the early game. And then just going into the team fights, roundabouts match each other, but I do favour the Jarvan right now, especially with just the recent buffs that he had. Just as Q damage is just absolutely massive. I'm sure you've all experienced it in solo queue or your normals when you've been playing. Getting EQ'd autoed by Jarvan is not a very fun experience. He will absolutely delete your health bar, even when he's building Gore Drinker and full tank. So we should be getting into the game soon. 5 seconds left on the spectator delay. And then just hope League Client doesn't decide to shit the bed again. Come on, League of Legends. I believe in you. Hello. Hello, here to help me cast. I'm Dad. And
we are currently helping 3 viewers.
let's just make sure the scoreboard is there, chat is off, time controls off, objective timers on, and there's a pause. That's what we like. Let me just make sure I got this running for you.
I will say one thing.
Yes.
I was looking at the submitted players. I don't know if they have the right names or not, but the team MFF listed their top laner as someone called Pro Gamer Move, and
I think that's their
jungler as Shine Bright, but they're called Kawaii Waifu and
Shine Bright, Kawaii Waifu. I think it's their League of Legends name, not their I think they submitted their Discord name.
Pro Gamer Move. I don't see anyone named Pro Gamer Move.
It should be one of their... Wait a minute. Let's find their thing. Yeah, they're currently in voice comms for McDonald's Freedom Fighters.
Alright, okay.
So I'll wait for the pause. Is it normal while it's paused that I can't actually move my mouse cursor anywhere? Because this is... Oh, there we go. Whoa! What the hell?
Can you change their positions? Oh!
Is it gonna... League of Legends, no breaky, please. League of Legends, no breaky, please.
We got a bio bomb. Don't go to the bathroom. I think it's just what happened.
League of Legends, no breaky, please. Is it just because of the pause? I'm hoping it's just because of the pause.
Welcome.
It looks like we're all good now, though.
Oh.
And it looks like no, that's not what I wanted. That's the one I wanted. It looks like we are going to have a fight, or a level 1 invade at the very least. I just realised I don't have the scoreboard there.
Spicy.
I want time controls down. That one there. There we are. We've just seen a little bit of BM come out from the Mordekaiser there as well. Spamming that emote. Ripping that guitar. So we are just seeing the standard sort of like 5-point start come out here from the McDonald's Freedom Fighters. You just see the ward just come down. Both of them have been pinged, so they know the vision's there. And Minion Genocide just going back to their normal bot side start. Could possibly be seeing a blue side start here from the McDonald's Freedom Fight jungler. And then obviously you just got the normal bot side start for Minion Genocide. I'm hoping for an exciting game though. I'm not too familiar with Minion Genocide, obviously one of the newer teams in our league. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Lipsy, are you there, my friend? He do be here.
Yes. Here. Yeah. Yeah. I think this will be an interesting game. Zed, aka Gorgon Inc. on Annie. Not what
They
I was
did ban away
expecting.
the Silas, which was interesting to me because they picked the Sejuani early, so I was expecting a melee top and mid. Because that's... in my mind, that's the only reason you should be picking a bit of action here in the top lane.
Oh,
that is a huge chunk there onto the Jink.
Very chunked. Oh, don't you just love
I absolutely
Lucian
adore it. It's my favourite thing.
I love it. I love
I also just
when...
realised I didn't yoink the chat out there. Oops.
Well, as my as the support for my team usually says, Nami's one of those champions where you don't really try to win lane because of how oppressive she is. You just kind of try not to lose lane.
In this kind of matchup, though, you can absolutely dominate it. Looks like there is going to be a gank in the mid lane here. Shine Bright's coming through, not spotted on any vision.
What?
Should just force out the flash from Victor. Flash early, stun goes still goes through. Slide and drag comes through, slow comes down. Electrocute, ignite, drop. This should just be the kill. Finishes it off with the Q there on Annie. Very, very clean one there. Big mistake there from the Victor just to flash early, even though the stun hadn't come out yet.
There was a lot of damage there from the Jarvan. You know, that's what he does early. No damage item yet. He was just destroying them.
Could be looking for a gank here on the top lane. Looks like they're indecisive between the two. It looks like they are just going to go for the Scuttle here.
Scuttle, that's the answer.
Scuttle's always the answer. It gives gold. Another big chunk. Chompers does get hit by the Nami there. But good block there coming through the Braum, sucking a lot of that damage. Another... Yep.
I will say... Braum is very not fun to play in this matchup, but he can be really good later. So it's just kind of having the mental to survive the Lucian Nami just burst.
I mean, the shield can obviously block quite a lot of damage, but whenever that shield is down and the Lucian Nami's like cooldowns come up quicker, you just get absolutely ruined by that damage combo. At the very least, I've got the Guardians to help them through it, but it's still painful.
Yeah. Oh. A little bit of a...
I would have liked to see Chime Bright turn on that though, because he wins early. The Jarvan win.
Yeah. Also, something definitely noteworthy is the Sejuani Braum combo. That's so much CC.
Yeah.
And Tahm Kench.
Knock up here from the Tahm Kench though. He's going to bounce the Mordekaiser in the air. Oh wait, no, we got some more action in the bottom lane. There's going to be another huge chunk onto the Jinx. Bubble does land onto the Braum, however, with their Unbreakable up. And we are seeing Sejuani come down into the bot side. Just backing there in the bush. This is going to be a face check from Gorilius.
Oh no.
They are going to get flash followed by... Oh, wait.
Lucian, no.
He really wanted that kill. This is a Jinx with low mana though. She's incredibly low. She's got no mana. She's not going to be able to push this wave out any further. It means they could get a freeze off here on McDonald's Freedom Fighters.
If Nami E's Lucian once and he dashes forwards, that's
He's still got
kill
flash as well.
100%.
But yeah, they still
they
have
have heal.
I'm hoping to see a
so probably not
freeze come out from the bot side, but it looks like they are going to shove it instead. A little bit disappointing, but there we go.
Pretty slow shove. Tahm Kench top lane, that's something
It is not, no, I pointed this out in the pick ban phase. I was hoping to see an Ornn come out. They did hover it, and I was really surprised to see the... Is this going to be a gank? Oh no, that's not what you want to be doing.
Misses the knockup. But the annual comes in, so much damage, but doesn't get the ignite off. I don't think she was in range for it.
By the gravity field, unfortunately, but yeah, that was a bit of a mis-execution there. It should have been the EQ flag and drag over the wall into the flash knockup, because Andy's got more than enough damage to secure that one. This is going to be a devour here in the top lane though against the Mordekaiser. They will have to flash out here, but I think they're still dead.
Oh no! Shield
flash comes through. Good knock up there. They could get saved. Nope. There's a lot of damage from the lick there.
Yeah. This is I've played against Tahm Kench top lane a few times as Gnar, and you don't want to get caught by him. Like once his Q and like W are down, it's fair game. You can just hit him as much as you want. But if they're not, the hitbox, the damage for a tank.
He doesn't have flash. Good dodge on the sidestep though.
Oh, nice sidestep.
This is going to be double stun at the same time. No heal coming through. They are just going to stick down to the ignite. It's going to be another stun cleanse used. It's going to be a lot of damage coming through on the Lucian, but yeah, another face check there by Gorilius, and another time that Sejuani is just waiting in the bush.
He played that about as
well
as he could have. Realistically.
It's just unfortunate timing that the Sejuani was in the bush right as...
Annie moves bot lane, but I don't think she can do anything. She doesn't have ult.
No more action there.
Still a decent CS lead in the mid lane, so I guess she can kind of afford it.
It's a 10 CS lead across the board realistically in all the lanes, with 20 going up in the top side, but this will be equalised now that they can pick up that big wave up there under the tower, depending on how many they're actually able to get, just as they get poked out a little bit by the Mordekaiser. We are seeing some CS leads across the board though.
Yeah, the gold's still fairly even. It's only 400 gold. Which, I mean, 400 gold, okay, it's 600 now. Team did get, MFF did get first blood, so that's a little bit more gold.
You can see a large amount of the, like, gold lead that is negated. Oh, wait, no, all in here.
Oh,
Actually,
Lucian.
that's
Oh, he actually. Oh,
good block there. You also had
very low
you also
HP.
have the Sejuani there in the area. Flag drag comes through, but it's only going to amount to a pink ward there. They have gone Tiamat first item though on the Jarvan. There's a bit of a surprise. I haven't really seen that before.
Oh, tries to get across the wall, but not working. Jarvan is here, and Sejuani's very
I'm just
low.
going to check the bush now that they're there. This is going to be a... I forget the name of... Oh wait, this is going to be the Mordekaiser going down. They are going to get swallowed while in the ult though, but they are ticking down from the passive. They're going to spit them out on the other side of the tower. They're going to
Yeah, the passive's doing a lot of damage there.
It's just going to be a big trade in the favour of the Mordekaiser. They're going to pull them back though. Another big Q goes down.
One more Q.
They're going to
One more Q.
No, that is going to be a lot of damage.
Oh no, they might die. Oh. Blue team does pick up Dragon in the meantime, but
Mordekaiser has
yeah,
shield.
Mordekaiser.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no. That was...
Ooh, very nice solo
Yeah,
kill.
that big mistake there for the Tahm Kench. I wonder if they thought that the Mordekaiser W still wasn't up, but Sejuani is here, ult across the wall. It's going to be a free finish.
Oh, yeah. Very dead here.
Aftershock is actually the last thing that kills them, that bit of aftershock damage.
Yeah, but even if it didn't,
yeah,
no way of getting out there.
Yeah, clean pick up from Sejuani being in the area there to clean that one up.
Yeah. We see Tahm Kench actually rush the Merc Treads. Very reasonable decision.
I'm gonna be honest. Once the so Merc Treads in that matchup, the only thing it's gonna help you with is a little bit on the slow. If you're itemizing against the Mordekaiser, I think you just build the component that builds into it, the Null Magic Mantle, and then you just go Boost of Swiftness, because it gives you more movement speed and it negates slows. It actually sort of like helps you out in the matchup quite a bit more than the Mercury Treads if you're building it against Rylai's.
Very fair point. So yeah, based on the draft, who do you think has like the better team? Because I generally think Minion Genocide have the better call, but MFF have.
I mean,
Jarvan.
If McDonald's Freedom Fighters can get a snowball on their solution, and they've already edged out a pretty sizable lead, then it's going to be incredibly difficult to deal with. They also have like an easier to execute sort of like composition in a way with the Annie.
Oh,
this is going to be an engage onto the top side. Knockup comes through. There is going to be the blast time over. Is there anything to follow? Nothing at all. And he's here just to cover the area, but is spotted on the... I forgot the name of it. The Vision Plant. Scryer's Bloom. Is it Scryer's Bloom? Vision Plant. That's the one. There is going to be a possible gank here in the mid lane, though. The Sejuani does have flash and their ultimate up. They are just behind the Annie. Looking to sidestep it.
No stun. She's getting it all very fast with all her abilities, though. But yeah, she's just silenced, rooted, stunned. Doesn't matter. She's dead
all the way through.
Yep. Jarvan moved bot lane. Drake's now for 2.5 minutes. But looking to snowball this spot.
Yeah, the Jarvan's been hovering a lot here, but they haven't really been able to get much off. But there is still a sizable lead in terms of Lucian's gold lead. You can see it here. It's just 300, well, 250 ahead, just from the minions that have been able to collect.
There is also a 400 gold lead to the support of Minion Genocide.
Yeah, the actual total gold lead seems a little bit
the kill he got.
There's so much gold on Braum.
Yeah, and Braum, I mean, having some extra gold as Braum's not too bad if you can tank more.
It just would be better on the Jinx. It could be an engage here, though.
Yeah.
Just gonna poke out.
Going for the extra damage.
It's a big mistake.
Actually, really nice, but the unbreakable counters.
Really big mistake there of dashing in when they
Yeah.
have it. This could be a possible turn from the Nami, though. The Jinx is out of mana.
Actually, very clean sidesteps back really this whole game so far, but yeah, a little bit
here, and she's got ult. There's going to be a
Annie's
preemptive flash from the Jinx flashing away. Flash follow from the Annie. Stun is going to go down. It's going to be a huge amount of damage. That comes as well on the Jinx. It should be a double kill here for the Jinx. Jinx firing back, trying to get the ultimate off, but isn't able to do anything else. That's 2 Q kills going down to the Annie. And that is another 600 gold in the back pocket of the mid laner.
Yeah, and Annie, I mean, she might not be too strong or anything into tanks, but with what she's building, she can remove that Jinx.
This could be a stun here onto Chime, bro. Just going to flash out there at the end of it.
Lucian dashing in.
That is a lot of plate gold going over.
Jarvan was almost dead there. Yeah, Lucian, sorry, not Lucian. Jarvan almost died there just from the CC combo. It was,
we are also seeing the Rod of Ages come through on the Victor. That is going to be a very, very tanky Victor. They have a very, very tanky team, to be fair. Victor and Jinx there for the damage that they provide in the team fights in the later stages of the game. Long range damage as well. But they're going to be a pretty damn tanky team. They've got 3 tanks, including the Brawn there, and you've also got Rod of Ages on the Victor, so they are going to be kind of hard to cut through. So, bursting on Annie is going to be a bit difficult, unless she can get incredibly fed.
Yeah. I mean, she can still explode Jinx, but...
Yeah, she's going to struggle to cut through a large amount of this sort of front line. And she's also going to have probably a few struggles if her flash isn't up, even accessing that backline as well, with all the front line that Minion Genocide have.
Yeah, I do wonder, if they start stacking magic resist, who's really going to kill the tanks? The Lucian? He'll be the only one.
Yeah, he's going to need
really
to get early armor shred. He's going to... Well, I mean, like, Black Cleaver used to be an option, but it's not really anymore. I am hoping to see a Black Cleaver come through on the Jarvan. I'm still a bit weirded out as to why they've got the Ravenous Hydra first item. I would have liked to see the Gore Drinker into Black Cleaver build. It will help out quite a bit. This is going to be a...
Oh, Brillius gets called out.
Big Annie ult on the front line though.
Ow, nice ult. On tank so much. Jarvan locks them up, but they're stuck there.
Here comes the
Lucian
Tom
ult,
Kench,
looking
though.
for more chunk. Tom Kench is just there. Jinx ulted. She'll definitely die here. If he hits up, flash for the kill. Lucian trying to kill this Tom Kench, but he just removes the Annie.
Everyone
Oh
here,
my
though.
lord. Oh, 1Q, 1Q.
They
Gets
was
a
able to
second
pick
kill.
up the... This is going to be two players left alive. You got the bot lane from McDonald's Freedom Fighter surviving, and mid support from Minion Genocide surviving, but 3 for 3.
So 3 for
It's not what I was expecting from the start of the fight. They looked very Minion Genocide favoured.
Yeah, I think Mordekaiser really salvaged that play there. Even got a shutdown on Sid.
A lot of gold over in that back pocket. You can see that the bounties come through on them as well. 150 gold. They was able to pick up a lot of gold from that fight.
Lucian, I'm not too familiar with itemization, but Lucian did buy a Gale Force, which means he won't have, you know, tank killing power yet.
It is generally the best item to get on the Lucian, however, just Lucian army shouldn't really be played into this composition unless they can edge out a massive lead individually. And they wasn't really able to sort of push that like 2v2 skirmish power and generate the lead, I think you'd expect. And you can also see the Jinx has also gone with the Gale Force, probably maybe as a more of a defensive tool, because I can't see it being too useful in the team fights. I think I would have preferred a Kraken Slayer here and then maybe a Runarns.
Oh, nice side step.
That is a
But he
huge
gets
amount of
stunned.
damage.
Oh,
Q
so much
to
CC.
follow is just going to take him out over the wall there.
Yeah, Jarvan, very strong champion right now, but not that strong, you know.
I
Still
think
pretty
Mordekaiser
squishy.
wants to fight this. They do have to realise. They are going to get eaten though, they might get spat over the wall. Oh,
Yeah,
the
he's here
stun
to
stops
save
on the
it,
W.
though.
This is going
Stuns
to...
him, so he
No, they're
doesn't
not
get
going to be able
out.
to get the flash. W can still come through for the Mordekaiser as well. Here comes the Jinx rocket though.
Oh, the Jinx ult!
Annie ult has to come out just to secure
Annie
that,
gets
yeah. I think they panicked when they saw the Jinx
Yeah.
come out, and they just had to use the Annie ult there to secure it.
Jockshow, D-Shield, and Merc Traps.
Yeah. You're not
Two
going to be
AP
able to get
champions.
through that time
They were,
in a team fight.
No, definitely not. I think they want to fight Victor here. They're actually dashing forwards. The camera's panned away from
It was that Victor's being able to back away here though.
Oh. Okay, he's full HP. He's never...
I am a bit surprised to see some of the itemization choices come out here though. So you can see that on the Mordekaiser they're going to be going with the... They've got the Leeching Seer, meaning they're going over to the Riftmaker. This could just be Gorilius dead here though.
Victor will ult and just follows Nami all the way until she dies. Victor ult,
It's
very annoying in
incredibly
that
strong
regard.
as an ability. The other thing I was going to point out is you've got the Luden's Echo on the Annie when you've got so much frontline to actually get through. I think you would have got more value out of Leandri's here.
Yep, definitely.
Engage here onto the Java note. EQ is going to come through. They are going to slide away in the stun. Really
Get
nice
stunned.
animation
Oh!
cancel. This is a very, very deep...
Wait, she's undertowered here.
She did. Oh, that's
Yeah,
incredibly unfortunate.
Ah, that's really unfortunate.
Oh no.
A summoner has reconnected.
Okay, she's reconnected. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Sadly, we are not a pro league, so we can't chrono break that. So yeah, she was stuck under tower there. I don't think she would.
She could have maybe traded against the Jarvan, but all of her burst was gone. The also Mordekaiser was right around the corner and was able to get the damage off. You could also have the Jinx rocket maybe come through, but yeah, that is a very unfortunate disconnect. And apparently League of Legends client doesn't like pauses, it's just going to freeze for us now. It's very anti-pause, it hates Fnatic.
No, trust me, the recent season has taught me that. Maybe go back 10 seconds. Yeah, we see the...
Yes, that's what happened on the top side. It should just carry on from where it was before, hopefully. Hopefully.
Looks
I mean, yeah,
like
it has continued. The Braum is still
Jarvan?
not there, though.
Wait, is
Yeah,
the Braum
just gonna let
AFK?
the Braum go.
Yeah. Okay,
Unless
they let him
Galactus
go.
decides to be very cheeky here.
Okay,
Wait,
he is here now.
Wait,
But
are they
yeah,
running him down? Oh,
was
no.
he actually AFK?
Oh no.
Well, he wasn't
Well,
AFK
there was a
there.
flash use from the Annie.
Yeah. Yeah, not sure if that's worth it. To flash
Yeah,
ult
you
there
definitely
for
want to get that
Braum.
on the Jinx.
I don't know if he was AFK.
He
He
did look
looked AFK.
and then was moving afterwards.
He definitely looked AFK. Yeah, but it looked more like, you know, AFK moving back to the tower. But after that, he was back. He had to flash, which is really unfortunate, just to get out there. But he does end up forcing the Annie flash, which is still...
You already seen the top lane tower getting taken down as
we
well.
see-
We see that go down. The time Kenshin pushed off there to pick up the wave, but this is going to be another pretty clean Rift Herald take as well. Able to just get sort of the top tower and then go for the Herald straight afterwards. There's a lot of objective gold going over.
Yeah, the gold lead right before this Rift Herald was less than 100. There's actually a fight going on in top lane. Will he be able to get this kill? This might...
Jinx
Oh, the
rocket
heal!
comes through. Is
And
there going
the
to be
Jinx-
another Q? But no, there's
Oh,
going to be a
this-
steal from the time Kench onto the last ones. But we are seeing the mid lane turret has been cracked
Huge
as well.
gun.
Rift Herald is down in the mid lane. This is going to be a 4v5.
That was 400 gold extra
It is going to be able
to
to
the
get the
top lane.
crash though. Yeah, 600 gold shutdown, was it not?
400, I think.
There's a lot of gold over to the time Kench. They should actually... Oh, there's still 1,000 gold down though. Wow.
300. It's 300, so with the 400 for a kill, it was 700 total.
We are seeing, however, all of the gold leaders on that Mordekaiser in the top lane. I see a pretty sizable lead here for the Victor in the mid lane. You've got 300 gold there for the Jinx, and you've got about 200, 150 favours with the Braum. Doesn't really mean much, but I know.
Oh no.
That's an entire
Oh,
room.
no.
No.
Oh
What
no.
is it? What's the blue?
No, no,
what's
no,
the blue
no,
bead?
no,
I can't
no, no, no. I just...
Oh, the green bead item, it's like 150 gold. The anal bead, that's what I call it.
Okay, don't call it that, but I don't know which item you're talking about. I'm looking at their items.
They haven't bought it, but it's like 250 gold or something. That's the
Oh,
one.
rejuvenation
bead.
something like that. Yeah, no, what I was talking about is this is a Mountain Soul game, and I was dreading it earlier, but Mountain Soul, any Mountain Drake going over to the side of Minions' side is going to be
What do you mean? They're going to be
ridiculous.
completely killable. This is going to be engage here onto the bottom lane, though.
Oh, they'll be so good.
Oh,
Oh no,
good flash
Nami.
there. Yeah,
Nice
definitely
flash.
needed a flash there, otherwise they just lose the dragon. Oh, Jinx has hooked up.
Oh, Mordecai
Flash
is like,
forward. Gale force away.
kill for
So he
some.
might not be a... This is going to
Just
be a
keep
kill
running.
Jinx, so this is a lot of damage coming out from the Annie. There is going to be an engage here onto the time Kench. Are they going to trade back into Lucian?
Actually gets a double kill.
Oh wow.
Keep hitting him. Yeah, that's 3 kills. 3 kills now. Nami ult, not really, just
Free
trying to
for one?
disengage, I guess. And yeah, They are killable.
incredibly killable according
And
to
this should be a
Mordekaiser.
Mountain Drake. Yeah, Mordekaiser just goes in. I think Jinx used Gale Force and Flash there and still couldn't get out of it.
Yeah.
And then right after, props to Annie, by the way, for doing so much damage. I think it was Rom who then immediately afterwards got picked up by just 1 or 2 Qs from Mordekaiser.
Yeah, it's just... Oh, this Mordekaiser is so strong. And look at the items they've got now. 2.5 items. They've got the Bramble Vest in there as well. That's going to be even more painful for their team to hit him. This is going to be a very, very, very strong Mordekaiser. Large amount of damage there for Annie, though. I think that was the big decider in that fight. Being able to get like a free 4-man stun-off. Well, 3-man stun-off, able to do that much damage before they go down. Definitely makes the clean-up easier for the Mordekaiser. Back to a neutral game state. You can see across the map, pushing in lanes, farming. There isn't really any vision being set up around the Baron, despite it being the sort of like main objective that you want to be looking at right now. Dragon's 4 minutes away, there's no major objectives up, you just want to be able to sort of get this vision down. It's going to be an EQ in from the Mordekaiser. They are going to ult the Sejuani though, that is going to be a very deep Mordekaiser when they come out of it. Sejuani ult goes down, they are going to get knocked back, another Q comes through, this is going to be a stun there from the Victor, bit of poke comes out. Nami Tidal Wave is going to come through, just isn't able to clip.
Oh!
That was very close,
That was very close.
So, 2 ults used on the side of McDonald's Freedom Fighters, and are they looking for the Baron here? This is a pretty risky Baron start, but the Sejuani is chunk low. If she goes over that wall, if she gets picked, she is dead.
She does have...
Is this going to be
not
the slide
have ult,
from
actually.
the...
Yeah. They're
Maybe?
backing off, I think. Oh no!
No, they
Wait,
kept it
Lucian's
aggro.
still fighting it, but he's taking a lot
McDonald's
of
Freedom
damage from
Fighters,
it.
they get their MR shredded from the Baron, and they're taking a lot of damage. It looks like they're just going to back off here.
One Jinx ult here, and most of them drop to half health. So yeah, they back
And while
off.
this is all
Nice
going on, you
choice.
can see in the bot lane that the
Nice
time
choice.
pinch has just been freely hitting onto that tower.
Yeah, I think they maybe underestimated how fast they could take it. And also the fact that there was already a ward on it meant the
There's a
entire enemy
possibility
team
that they thought that Sejuani had like backed far enough for them to just take it, but as soon as Sejuani showed on vision, you could see that they was like backing away from it. Either that or they wanted to turn. I feel like they could have started a fight with the EQ Jarvan ult though, but the Jarvan's just not very tanky because they've gone this Ravenous Hydra first item and they still don't have their Gore Drinker. Little lick from the bush there from Tom Kench onto the Mordekaiser. Hoping someone gets that reference. Just see how they go setting up here. Dash forward from Lucian onto the Sejuani, but with that passive there's not going to be much damage going down. God, this Mordekaiser really is hurting, isn't he? That's a lot of damage. Blue buff is going to come through, stolen away, probably given over to the Annie here. They are posturing for Baron, or at the very least just clearing away the vision as Jinx picks up the red buff. Incredibly strong for team fights. The red buff here on the Jinx. No one for the... There is going to be the Sejuani here setting up on the flank though. This is going to be the flash engage. Just barely missing from the Jinx. The Sejuani is behind them. They are getting clapped on. This could be the engage. Flash away from Gorilius there. Is able to dodge it. There is going to be a massive... Wait, Silent Guy goes through. Onto the Braum. No one's dropped yet. This could be the... oh my god, that is a huge Jarvan ult. But no real follow-up.
Mordekaiser's damage.
Here, though. He is just going to run through everyone.
Will he be able to secure the kill? No, he won't. He doesn't get the Jinx. But he's doing so much damage on this back
He's
line.
able
They're
to get
kiting it
the
out
Jinx in
really
the
well.
back line, though. They should
There
be able
goes
to
the
pick up. They've
Jinx.
still got full health. They should just be able to keep running through this fight. They can still fight as long as they fight with the Mordekaiser. Braun's going to go forward. Hit him with the Q. They are going to both get pulled back. Lucian's here. Dashes forward.
Lucian is
Good
here
gale
as well.
force Q forward.
Oh, double kill.
Victor's here on the backside though. They should
Oh,
be
no,
able to
the
pick up the
stun
Sejuani. They just need to be able to turn onto this Victor. They are going to get CC'd, slowed up by the Nami. And it should just be the final Q. Come down. That is
One
a
Q.
triple kill for the Mordekaiser. Ace for McDonald's Freedom Fighters.
What a performance from the Mordekaiser.
They're still full health. They're still full health.
The healing from Riftmaker, I guess.
Balanced. They're also going to be backing on.
No. What I
3,500 gold.
What I like more is the fact that he doesn't really have to kill anyone with abilities or auto attacks. He just has to stand there and have his, his
He's just
passive
standing
like
there,
shield,
menacingly.
the metal swarm. Yeah. Yeah, once he kills someone, he gets extra
Only if they're in the death realm. So when you put them in the death realm, you're still 10% of their stats. And then if you kill them, you get those stats for like a certain amount of time. I can't remember. It's either from when they respawn or you get it for like a set amount of time. I can't remember which one it is.
Yeah, we talked about this earlier, but the Mountain Drake would be very dangerous on the side of the Minion Genocide. But this Mordekaiser now has 2 Mountain Drakes.
He's also got the Riftmaker, and he's already pretty much unkillable because there's just not enough damage yet.
And he has an Infernal.
Good job and flag there just to see the Sejuani there looking to start an engage over the wall. This is...
He has a Thorn Mail. I'm not
very
sure why.
ambitious Nami. They are just going to get picked.
The old connects to the Lucian. Oh, Jarvan goes in. Jarvan's sacrificing himself.
Lucian's just going to go down on the backside of
they
the
can just kill. Oh!
Mordekaiser's here, but...
Brom would have died there. Brom would have died there.
This could be the Sejuani going down. That's going to knock the Sejuani up. That is going to go down. Flash over the wall. Doesn't connect onto the Jinx. They've still got their ult available for her. If this Jinx sucks forward anymore, she's going to get ulted.
Yeah, Jinx doesn't have Flash, doesn't have Gale Force, so... Oh, that
he's walking forward, he's able to connect it onto the Victor. Victor's going to run away, try and use that speed boost. They are going to get hit by the Q. It looks like they're just going to be dead in this. Pullback is just going to miss, but the next Q should come through. And they're going to pick it up with the Annie. This is... Oh, Jinx Chompers there, stopping this... Just stopping the EQ. But yeah, Minion Genocide's got to back off, and it looks like McDonald's Freedom Fighters are going to turn towards this Baron. Starting on it indeed.
Yeah, I agree with you.
They should be able to basically melt through this with the amount of damage that the Mordekaiser are able to provide, but once that Lucian gets there, this is going to be gone. But the Sejuani is up in time. She has respawned. She is going to be able to get there for the possible steal. This is going to be a risky one if they know it's going on. You can see at the top of your screen there, the blue ward's just come through. Just having to spot it out. Jinx Rocket's going to give them vision, but it's gone down. They should be able to base. That is a free Baron over. And all 5 members should just get out.
Yeah, it looks like they can just recall.
Wait a minute.
Looking to cancel. Actually, ults.
Silly Sejuani, you shouldn't be there.
2 ultimates.
Yeah, there was 2 members back into the bush. Maybe they thought that they was alone and went for it, but... Yeah.
Yeah, so jungler down. They
should just run it down the mid lane here and hopefully try and pick up an inhibitor because they've been able to carve out a decent...
Run it down in mid lane?
I always run it down the mid lane. But with the amount of AP damage that I've got with this Mordekaiser and Annie, they should be able to siege on the mid lane here. You can see there, pingers coming through in the middle and bottom lane. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of a fun game state because it's going to be pretty hard for McDonald's Freedom Fighters to actually siege with the amount of range and wave clear that Minion Genocide have.
Blue buff will die there.
It's going to go down to a single auto attack from a minion there. Just going to push forward here onto the middle inhibitor, try and crack this base open.
Yeah, apparently the audio is a little behind, which is weird.
What, audio from the game?
Yeah, when I... Oh, there's your final fight. It's gonna...
That is a big Jarvan ult into the backside though!
Jarvan... Woo!
Jarvan's still alive, hitting him on the backline. Mordekaiser isn't here for this fight though, this is going to be another double knockup. This is going to be a huge anti-stun coming through onto the thing. Flash forward. Oh my god, they're absolutely rinsing them. You can see the culling, full culling goes down onto...
They don't need him.
The Tahm Kench, they are going to go forward, should be able to pick up there. You can see flash forward from Anami. But this should be game as well.
Yeah, this should be game, and for some reason the audio is behind, and I did just notice that. But maybe we can try to look into it later. It looks like MFF will just take game 1. 32 minutes. Game was pretty even until Mordekaiser
simply
over.
decided, I'm going to win now.
Yeah. I think it's definitely worthy to call out that the Victor here is not really building a lot of damage. If you're looking at
it's a tanky build,
I think
it doesn't have the
Seraphs?
amount of damage that's needed for
Yeah.
this game.
A summoner has disconnected.
Yeah, so that'll be game 1 over to MFF. And for some reason, our audio
For
is
some
behind.
reason.
Yeah. Yeah, so what you think?
I
What do
think
you
Ninja
of the game?
Genocide had a really good composition. It's just that the Mordekaiser was completely unkillable. It's just
I don't remember when it was that Mordekaiser just got ahead, but he definitely got ahead at some point and then just completely took over. I don't know if QSS can get rid of his ult.
it can, yes.
Yes, so that might have been a solution for the Jinx. And yeah, as I mentioned before, the Victor didn't really build any damage. I think he went Roa, Seraphs, and then anti-heal, which is not going to do a lot of damage. And their team was pretty low on damage already because they had Braum, Tom Kench, and Sejuani.
Indeed, I just realised I need to edit the match score. It's going to go to 1-0. Look at that. I'm so good. I can run a stream.
Look at you. So yeah, I think we'll... Oh, before that, who do you think was the MVP? I think we already mentioned to him.
It's got to be the Mordekaiser.
It'll probably be the Mordekaiser. I think Zed, Gargalon Inc., beautiful name, had a pretty good game on Annie as well, and Grillius played pretty decent as well. But yeah, I think it'll probably be the Mordekaiser. He's solo won or leveled.
Yeah, it's able
so
to basically just run through them repeatedly.
So yeah, we'll be taking a short break now, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, to let the teams rest, and we'll be back.
And we are back. Hello, everyone. We are just looking to get into game 2 here once lobby has started. Be able to run straight back into the pick and bans, and here we go.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how they adapt.
Yep.
That's an anti-ban. That's
Straight
already an
anti-ban,
adaptation.
yeah. I mean, to be fair, it did do quite a lot there. Mordecai's a ban.
It did do a lot. That's not Mordecai's. That's
Mordecai,
not
sorry, it's 2 M's.
Yeah. There's a Gragas ban. Maybe looking for a heavy engage comp. I will say the anti-ban is really interesting to me because, as far as I know, Zed doesn't really play Annie all that much. He's a pretty good mid player, obviously, but he mainly plays melees and stuff. So the Annie ban's really weird because I don't think it's like his main.
I think it helps
pool.
in the team comp though. It's just an incredibly strong mid laner right now that's able to get like really good skirmishes, really good team fighting. I think it's just playing for the comp. But I'll be excited to see if he goes for any of the sort of like usual picks he goes for. I know he likes to lean towards the Silas. We are going to see a Jarvan ban here though on the red side, taking it away from first pick. There's going to be the Wukong Answered, one of the other priority jungles.
Very engage. Yeah, very engage heavy, as I suspected with the.
What do you expect to see sort of like the 2 picks that are going through here on the red side? Because I'm hoping to see jungle and support here, just to keep everything hidden.
Well, if we're going anti-engage, jungle and maybe some safe AD carry.
Yeah, I mean, Jinx is open. I'd like to see a Jinx, personally. It's going to be a Hecarim. Something I haven't seen in a little bit.
You're going in, but we're also going in.
We're just gonna trade backlines. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, and then Wukong versus Hecarim.
See what the second pick that comes through here from McDonald's Freedom Fighters is going to be the fresh Comfort for Gorilius. We know how scary this was last split.
Yeah, I've seen him play Thresh. Yeah. You speak from experience.
Yeah, it was heavily banned against us, and whenever it was through, we'd give it to him, and it'd just get so many good hooks.
We banned it, I remember. It's not really that we fear the pick so much, but it's definitely comfort. And like if it's clearly your best champion, can't really let him have it.
Yeah, he's definitely able to pilot that champion well. When we see the Nautilus on the other side, Nautilus picked into the Fresh. That is a losing matchup for the Nautilus. Nice. We are just seeing the Jinx has been let through as well. Jinx. Surprised to see it go through all the way to third pick on the blue side. I would have expected to see it either first picked or picked on the red side here, but I guess they valued that fresh pick, like fresh Hecarim, above the Jinx Hecarim.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Jinx really strong right now, but I think this is one of the first times in the cup so far that she hasn't been B1'd or banned.
Yeah, it's...
And let all the way through to the third.
It's a bit weird as well because we're seeing the like Caitlyn repeated. Sorry, not the Caitlyn. It's just been picked. The Ashe get banned now twice from McDonald's Freedom Fighters instead of just banning away the Jinx if they're not going to play it.
Yeah, maybe the AD carry player for Minion Genocide plays a low back. I do not know. We see a Caitlyn pick though. That's interesting because she's not really that.
She can, however,
anymore.
dominate the lane, but into the Jinx Nautilus is not too great. But alongside Fresh, you can make like a pretty strong lane. So let's see how they pilot it. See if they can carve out that lead for themselves.
And she has a dash to get out of Nola's Q, obviously. As we do see a Talia ban, by the way. Not sure what. Oh, that's a Silas. Yeah, they're banking on Zed going some sort of melee champion, which is why they banned Talia, and the enemy team instantly responds with banning Silas because that's a champion.
It is a big favourite for him. We know that he's also incredibly good at it. He just loves that champion. We do. There's the Ornn ban as well.
Well, I do know that. Well, yeah, Ornn ban. Ornn very strong in a team fight combo. Just slap him in there. He doesn't really care about losing lane. He can even win some lanes.
All you need to do is call the Ornn horn when someone uses a movement ability and just win the fight. Darius ban though.
Darius?
We did see a Darius yesterday. I can't remember if it won or lost. I'm pretty sure it lost, did it not?
Yeah, it lost because it got locked down by the
That's the one,
yeah,
it's just perma CC'd.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too sure if Darius is the pick here, but it's banned. So maybe they want to play something. something dualisty.
And there's just the Mordekaiser run back, yeah.
They'll be the Mordekaiser again.
They're just going to run it back. I mean, it worked last game, so why not play it in the second? If they're not going to ban it and they're okay playing against it, just pick it. Maybe for Minion Genocide, they just believe it as like misexecution and let the Mordekaiser get so far ahead, but are they really going to run the matchup back?
Yeah.
This time Kench was struggling a lot in the lane phase. And it's just going to be the matchup, yeah.
They're already running it back. He's locked in.
And there's going to be the victor as well, so there's some slight changes for Minion Genocide. But they're basically running back the same composition with some minor tweaks with the Nautilus and the Wukong instead of the Braum and the Sejuani. You can see that they also banned Sejuani on blue side, so maybe worried about it being picked on the other side, but it's not too strong right now unless you'd go double melee solo lanes. It's the only time where Sejuani like specifically excels right now is when she can actually get that E off. Just see what the final pick to come through is. It's going to be another counter pick for Zed. The Aurelia, there it is. Aurelia into Victor. That is a very, very, very volatile matchup, and you can see the confidence coming through because it's a hard champion to pilot. But if you can get that lead and you can start snowballing, you will just take over a game.
Yeah, however, Irelia in a team fight, if she gets locked up, she's not really a team fighter.
Yeah,
you can do a lot of damage with her ult, though. And
you can always just go with the patented AP Aurelia the Boss FFS build.
No, absolutely not. I will say, looking at it right now, it's pretty funny. It feels like Hecarim's gonna ult in, and then it feels like all of them want to have their own little duels. You want Mordekaiser to ult someone and kill them. Irelia wants to kill one or two people. And Thresh Caitlyn try to...
I mean, Thresh Caitlyn can also look for picks in terms of using the traps as well. They've got a lot of single target damage. They don't have a lot of AoE. Whereas you look onto the other side, you've got Jinx, Victor, and Wukong that just want to roll over a team fight.
Yeah, exactly. It is Victor again, which is pretty interesting. I don't know how safe Victor will be with the stun shield. But yeah, I think if there's a minion nearby, she can instantly dash out of it, you know?
Yeah.
So, I don't know if we have the runes, but yeah, we can talk about that.
Yeah, I don't know why the runes aren't popping up. Unless I've put the logos in the way, but I don't think I have. Yeah, so Aurelia can definitely sort of like... She has to be careful in a lot of these team fights to kind of dance around as much CC as possible to be able to get onto the back line. It is going to be very hard for her to like execute in a lot of these team fights just because there's so much CC on Minion Genocide side. You've got the full Nautilus lockdown who's got a like crowd control ability on literally every single ability. Jinx choppers, you've got Tahm Kench Q as well as the knock up, Wukong ultimate, and you've got the gravity field. There is a lot of AoE, there is a lot of CC, and just generally a lot of team fight lockdown, so see how the Aurelia pilots this one. It is going to be difficult for them. The other thing that I'm excited for is just seeing this like fresh Caitlyn lane matching up into the Nautilus, because Caitlyn wins in isolation against the Jinx and Fresh wins in isolation against the Nautilus, so they should have the stronger 2v2. It's not a massive advantage, but it is still there. So I'm hoping to see them actually kind of get an advantage on the Caitlyn, just because she is weaker in team fights.
I am curious how they're going to deal with mid lane, because I know Zed as a player really, really wants jungle attention, and well, I hope they're not listening in right now. You know, enemy team or MFF, but he really likes jungle attention. He was getting it earlier, if you remember. He literally got Jarvan to come mid twice in like 6 minutes, and it worked, obviously. Yeah, on Irelia, I think you really want to get just snowball take over the lane, push that early tower, and then you're just unlocked. So will he focus Irelia? Will he try to ping pong between bot and mid? This Hecarim, I don't know, but that's just my speculation. Because Mordekaiser seemed fine in the 1v1.
Yeah, Mordekaiser definitely wins out in the 1v1. The thing that I did want to point out just quickly before we get into the game is McDonald's Freedom Fighters have 3 winning lanes. Aurelia wins the 1v1 against the Victor and often gets shove in. Or she has the ability to shove if she wants to. Fresh Caitlyn's going to be able to shove the Jinx Nautilus under tower, and then Mordekaiser's going to have Time Kench under tower 24/7. So this is going to be 3 sort of like lanes that are constantly pushed, and Hecarim should be able to run around the map and do whatever they like. See how it plays out. Gank should be difficult for the Hecarim to pull off if they're permanently pushed, but they do have more room to move around the map and generally just sort of like get the farm that they want to get and try and gain an individual lead over the Wukong and see if they can take over the game.
Yep, definitely. So yeah, we're in game now.
Just gonna transition that over. God, I'm so good at this now.
You're so good at this, and you're doing production and
I
casting
know.
at the same time,
Multi-talented.
which is noteworthy.
Someone call my mum.
Yeah, I can't express enough how happy I am that you're also doing streams. We've been kind of struggling with production lately, trying to find people who can cast, people who can do production, because production's pretty hard, and we're not even doing everything that we can. That's something that mostly Rabbit Panda does, Mystic does, but
Let's just yoink that away. No one saw that one. Yeah, don't worry about it. Yeah, we did see the attempted 5-man bot here from Minion Genocide. They did just sort of like go into that bot lane, looking to get the hook on the Nautilus, hoping that they was going to 5-man stack into the bot lane, which unfortunately for them they didn't. But it wasn't spotted out by McDonald's Freedom Fighters either. Usually what you can do, especially when you're playing fresh into Nautilus, is to just run straight into that bot lane. It's a common thing you do when you play Pyke as well, is you run straight bot lane, place the ward in the middle bush, base, go back to base, get the sweeper, and then run back out to blue if you're leashing. It just means that you can spot if anyone's doing shenanigans in the bot lane, waiting for you level 1.
Yeah.
Seeing as well, the bone plating's been taken on the Aurelia rather than the second wind, just to heal up from the poke. Be interesting to see how this matchup plays out though, because it is going to be this is going to be a huge chunk though. Half health already. They can go back on that with another Q. You see push here secured for the Nautilus Jinx. It's going to be a hook in from the brush though. Decent chunk.
100% hook. 100% hook rate so far.
Absolute
Brilliant, the
aimbot.
god.
Never misses.
Aimbot. Someone check him PC.
He's usually good, but not this good. Oh, there is going to be the pullback here for the Nautilus.
Downloaded for
Nautilus on the Mordekaiser here. There's a huge chunk. Look, there's enough champions in the game.
It's a big armored man. It's
You have
understandable.
armor.
They both have a grab even.
200%
Fresh?
hook rate.
Oh,
That's
lands
how
another hook.
percentages work, right?
Yeah, don't think so, but that is... He hasn't missed the hook. He doesn't miss those.
No one has ever done that.
He just... No one has ever hit 2 hooks in a row. Yeah, Aurelia already
That's done
getting
as well.
a nice CS
They are
advantage
unfortunately
here.
going to have that wave frozen on them unless they can crash that in. They should really call the Hecarim here just to sort of like help them push this out. They're also out of mana. We are just going to see the junglers meet here near the mid lane though. No, maybe not. It looks like the Hecarim's just gone in just to get some vision. Pull back. Q's going to come down. There's a huge chunk. You can see again. It's not. I nearly said Nautilus again. Mordekaiser winning in isolation.
Mordekaiser really just says, oh, you have grey health? Well, guess what my grey health does? Because he burns up the Tom Kench around it.
Real quick to note in terms of the junglers, as I'll just... No, wrong key. You can see here that the Wukong has been able to actually pick up the Scuttle Crab for free because the Hecarim was late to it and actually has only just finished their 300% hook rate. This is going to be the trap back because there should be a kill. Oh, unfortunately there was no flash there followed from the Caitlyn. This could have been a kill though, but flash out from the Nautilus, ignite down on the fresh. There's going to be some more pressure going down into the bot lane.
we're 4 minutes in and we've already seen 3 fights.
Where's the kills? I want blood.
Well, once Gorillas gets his 7th
I would like
hook
to
in
see
a row,
Gorillas literally just walk
they
at
might
this
get
Jinx
killed.
here.
Oh,
No.
the grab once again.
Yeah,
It seems
it's
really
a really
annoying.
hard matchup to play as the Tom Kench. You can see as well, there's a massive.
We can
CS
actually
lead
see
in the
here.
middle.
Yeah, Aurelia, big CS lead, and she also picked up a dagger and boots.
Big hook.
Big power spike there. Oh, the hook! He hits the hook again! Oh, the trumpers don't.
They're not
Oh,
in tower
wait,
right
sorry,
now,
no.
but-
Oh, I forgot Jinx was on the other team. But yeah, no trap there. Also,
This could be a kill
no
onto the-
CC extension.
Oh, hook comes through, just barely misses.
He
Oh,
misses. He misses. Oh, Aurelia
there
goes
was
for
an
the flash,
attempt.
doesn't get it.
Flash out from the Jinx.
Oh, the 4-man bot lane, classic.
But this is gonna be very painful for
Classic
the Jinx
experience.
Nautilus to deal with, because once you're shoved under tower like this and you start falling behind, this lane becomes incredibly oppressive. But this is gonna be a hook underneath the
Wukong
tower,
looking for-
flash out from Gorillas.
Oh, no.
There's no flash to follow from the Wukong though.
Hey, just
Just able to walk out.
runs out. And that's his 2nd missed hook in a row. He turned off his aimbot.
He knows that people are getting suspicious. Grab comes through though.
Yeah, he
Big
heard us.
damage.
Oh. He has heard us, and he turned off
Can't
his aimbot
believe
for
it.
a
Turn it
second.
back on. It's entertaining.
Good to see. Gods are human after all. I thought Mad Life was sitting there for a second, but yeah.
Mad Life. Mad Life who?
Mad Life whomst?
Have you heard of Gorillas?
No, that's just Mad
His
Life's
alter ego.
new name. I'm pretty sure Mad Life is a Belgian 20-something, not a Korean
Unlike Mad
pro
Life,
gamer.
just more aggressive and handsome.
More aggressive in lane, and I hit more hooks. We do see, if you're looking at it now, based on just the gold lead from farming, there's a 1k gold lead with 0
Yeah,
kills.
you can see 300 in the mid
300
as well.
on the Mordekaiser, yeah, 300 mid, and
200 in the
100
yeah.
bot lane? And about 100 in the jungle. So yeah, just a small gold lead everywhere. We're not the LEC,
Oh,
we
all
don't
in
have
here
the
from
little
Aurelia,
gold
though.
dips. Oh,
They are going to get stunned. They do still have Q.
ignite! Oh, the W misses.
Really big chunk there, though.
If that hit, yeah. She doesn't have flash because she tried to use it earlier on their tower. If she did, that would have 100% been a kill. Victor also didn't ult, didn't really need to anyway, but he does get forced back here. Maybe he could just ult to
Could be
clear
a
the
TP
way.
back from the Victor, though.
Oh no, he's TPing back. Ah, Canemy stolen by the
Cannot
jungler,
believe
reported.
it. I hope they smited it.
No, they didn't, he queued it.
As you can see, another Scuttle Cav here secured by Time Bright. They are edging out a small lead. Just also looking for information on this Wukong. It looks like they might try and pick the Wukong in the jungle, though. There is going to be a flash forced out.
Oh,
Hecarim's on the way.
did he not have W? Did he not have W? Oh. Yeah, he used it there. Instantly flashing is pretty interesting.
I don't think they wanted to
He
get
might have
hit by
had
the stun just in
It on
case.
cooldown. Yeah, but W does propel you forward. As far
Oh,
as
you mean
I
the
am
Wukong one? I
aware.
think he used it to clear the camp. Because the
Yeah,
clone also
Wukong, yeah.
hits.
Ah, okay. Yeah, makes sense.
Paul just barely misses.
The gold lead is now 1,300 with not a single
Yeah, you can
kill
see
yet.
just CS leads coming
What's
through.
happening?
Another hook. He scores a goal.
The hook! Oh,
All planned.
not my Gorillas anymore. I'm sorry, what happened to the
It's
unbeatable
another
god?
good stun coming here from mid lane. They are going to take
Oh,
the tower though.
nice stun. Yeah, but that was
Six
ulti
on the
gank,
Wukong.
nothing else.
Could be some scary ganks incoming. You should see the Hecarim's just going to go for their top red buff. Hit 6 off of there.
Yeah, as you mentioned in Champ Select, it is very interesting that they still opted for this Tom Kench Mordekaiser.
They are going to get... Oh, it's the
Especially
game
after
one
game
again,
one.
but
Oh, gets
are
eaten.
they going to come out with the passive. It's not going to show us, maybe. No, they just got spat out and they just walked out. Yeah.
Oh, he just walks out.
The Mordekaiser passive wasn't up, so they wasn't taking any tick damage while they ate them, meaning they didn't tank turret aggro. And they was just able to walk out because the cannon was there to tank it.
Every time the camera pans top lane, I feel like we see Mordekaiser EQ Tom Kench and then walk away.
See Gorilius here just trying to zone them off of the minions as well.
And
I'm expecting the Aurelia just to get these last
completely
three,
out of
just
mana.
to get these last three, go to base, come back to lane. Another hook comes
She is
through
full
though,
build,
he's
she has
turning
Van
in, but on...
Scepter. Hits the hook!
Oh, you can see there was no engage there from the
Nope.
Nautilus. They opted to use the Q on the terrain. This is going to be another hook come through in 2 seconds. 1 second. Where is it? There it is, going to land onto the Jinx, but this is going to be a
Hits
flash
the hook!
in.
Wukong's
Jinx
here.
is dead though. That's first blood.
Oh, Jinx is dead. That's first blood.
Karim's here!
And the jungler's here. Gets the ult.
No,
Will
it just gets
Caitlyn live
taken
here?
out, but
Oh no, she dies.
this is
But
going
this
to be
will be a trade.
another bunch
2
of
for 1
kills
now.
here going over. Gorilius knocking them, setting them up, and the rest of the team knocking them down. 1 kill over for the Caitlyn,
Yeah,
1 kill
overall.
over for Hecarim, and 1 kill over for the Fresh. He gets his bounty.
MFF in a 2v3 pick up a kill, and then in a 3v2 they pick up another 2.
You can see this
So,
gold lead
yeah,
has exploded
3
as
for
well.
1.
Just look at this difference in the bot lane. You've got nearly 1,000 gold in the favour
Yeah.
of Caitlyn. There's 1,100 gold in the top lane. Wait, they must have killed them recently. Have they killed them before?
Oh wait, top lane died. Did this happen at
It
the
looks
same time?
like
I
it,
didn't
because
notice that.
Tom Kench is
I
just
guess
coming
yeah,
out of
top
bed.
lane
Yeah,
solo
they must have
kills.
solo killed them.
Yeah. Also, the Caitlyn did pick up the first blood as well, so that's because Jinx only got an assist, but Caitlyn got an assist and first blood, so that's
You can also see
pretty
there's a
big
huge
too.
gold lead.
Even if she died.
Go up 20 CS. They've got 2 tower plates solo for themselves. This is just stomps across the board lanes wise. Completely different from game 1 that came out quite even. It looks like McDonald's and Freedom Fighters have come out of game 2. Out of the gates, absolutely swinging.
I am a little confused
And
here
that's
as
how
we see
we
a
go.
skirmish in the top lane. That's such a long CC cooldown. What the hell?
Mordekaiser
CC on
still
that
wins
is
these
so
though.
long. Oh, the W
They don't have
knock
a
up
W.
into stuff.
They're going to get pulled back in. W comes up.
Oh no, shield! Oh, he
He
does have a
comes
shield.
through. Whacks
Aurelia
him
is here,
with
but it'll
the
just be a solo
mice.
kill.
It's another solo
Oh my
kill in the
God.
top lane. A very close one though. They was able to take what 2-3 tower shots there onto the Mordekaiser, and they still won.
I will say something very interesting I just noticed on the Victor. He bought Merc Treads into
I guess
Aurelia.
it's for the CC, but
I-
I'm not too sure about that one, Chief. There is going to be
It's
an
for the
all-in here from the
stun.
Aurelia though. Oh, goes down
Oh,
now.
no.
Gonna hit the stun afterwards. W comes through. It's not going to turn. Q2. Q again. Interrupted. Still
Little
goes
too deep.
down. Finished off by the Wukong. Really well played mechanically there by the Aurelia. Just a little
Yeah.
bit too deep with the Wukong there, but able to pick up the solo kill. And it is worth it to get this Aurelia ahead of the Victor. They will be able to take over this game. As you see, just the junglers there trading. He wants to get the whack off, and he's able to get it. That's the smite going down. Ult gets dropped as well.
Oh,
It's
yup.
still the Wukong clone to be used, though. Probably thought it was still on cooldown. You can see Gorilius here just zoning away the bot lane of Minion Genocide as well. Just threatening that hook.
Yeah, yeah. Hecarim's ult fears the longer the length is, and he ulted very close. So sadly, it was very short
See,
range
yeah, I'd be
there.
interested to see the gold lead in top lane is 1,500 now. That is so much. They're just going to see they're just going to make them run away from their own lane. Paul just barely misses. The claws there just scraping against the skin. This could be another hook here from Gorilius though. They know the Nautilus is there. There is the Wukong in the area though. They don't have their ultimate, but good flash out
no.
there from Gorilius.
Oh,
Nest
nice
doesn't hit either. Claw comes back. Smacks him as well. The Hecarim isn't making their way down. This could be a 3v3 in the bot lane if that Wukong sticks around. There's another stun. There is no
It's
ult
a
here from
stun.
the Aurelia, but they should be able to maybe finish it off. There is going to be engaged here in the bot lane though. Hook comes out onto the Caitlyn now, going to net the way. They're going to get pulled into tower though by Gorilius, who's going to pick himself up another kill. Just as the Rift Herald goes down, he's able to get one plate only as it drops.
Yeah, that was just action all across the rift. And as I just noticed, Mordekaiser has 2 kills now, so he killed Tom Kench again at some point.
It was when he.
I don't know
it's
when.
The Tom Kench brought him under tower, and then he barely just finished him off. Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah.
It happened. Oh wait, there is the ult coming down though. We get to see a solo kill. Maybe this is a. Wait. Flash is in.
Flashes? That's
Flash
interesting.
to follow the W. Here
yeah,
comes
there's
the
no
Q.
shield there.
Mace comes down onto the head of the frog, and frog is dead.
Yeah, this is interesting. We saw them in the lobby discuss that as long as one team leaves open Mordekaiser, the other team will leave open Tom Kench. But in both games, it just doesn't seem like an
because
even matchup.
Mordekaiser is a like massively winning matchup for. I mean, you just win. It's going to be a lot of chain CC down here on the Aurelia. W doesn't even get to come out, and they are finished off by the Victor. 2 deaths here on the Aurelia, but they should still have the gold lead thanks to all the tower plays they picked up. See there, 600. And first tower blood went down in the top lane as well. Oh my god, look at the gold lead.
Yeah, that's 4,500 gold lead.
Just look at the Mordekaisers.
In that top lane, oh my.
They was able to secure themselves all of the tower plates, I believe, or at least 4 of them. They've got 3 different solo kills, as well as 30 CS lead, which is either fresh hook there going a bit wide.
He must have a really good
He
gaming
lifts
chair.
his mouse a lot.
This Mordekaiser.
We are to see the supports fighting over vision. Hook goes through onto the Nautilus and just going to walk away.
No, not really much you can do. You're not Thresh, you can't lantern
There
someone in.
could be the possibility of a dragon fight here. On the side of minion genocide, I'd say you just need to give this up. You are down way too much gold. And the early fights here.
Will you take the lantern?
I
Will you
love
take
it
the
when they
lantern?
click
He
the
does.
lantern. It's my favourite thing.
Yes.
It looks like there
Take
will
it.
be a fight here though, but the Time Pinch is still on the top side, doesn't have the TP. The Mordekaiser's here. Oh, good
Aurelia's
hook
on
there. Over the
Oh,
wall,
hook.
hits the stun,
He hits
Aurelia
those.
goes in. Hits the ult, is able to clean it up over the foot.
So
Another
much
hook
damage.
comes through, that is going to be hooked on. Caitlyn, ace in the hole comes through, finished off by the Aurelia. That's 2 kills and the dragon over to McDonald's Freedom Fighters.
That the kill on the jungler was actually picked up by the support, who's now 303. Is
He
this man
is.
hacking? Check him PC.
Ooh.
But also report him for not giving
Yeah,
kills
exactly.
to other people.
GG support there.
Support the... No, they're another team.
You see the bot lane tower's most likely to go down here with the Caitlyn as well, getting off that headshot damage. She absolutely melts towers, especially with the Kraken Slayer. But just able to back away.
Does the Kraken Slayer do extra damage to towers? It
No,
doesn't,
I
right?
don't know why I said that.
It charges the third shot, but past that it doesn't. I mean, it's a good way to stack it up so yeah, you have the third
The thing
shot
that I
ready.
like to see on, obviously not a Kraken, but when you've got Gale Force, is to stack up a headshot charge when you're in the late game, and then just Gale Force forward and headshot a squishy target, and you can near enough wipe out their entire health bar. It's one of the most powerful things that you can do on Caitlyn.
Yeah, okay.
There's gonna be another stun come through. Don't get stunned under
Doesn't walk into
tower.
the stun field.
They don't have the ult on the Aurelia. She's gonna walk out.
The entire team rolls up in
That's
mid
what you do when you're playing against Aurelia.
Yeah, see, the thing with this game is, if this had been Jinx with Lulu, for example, I think it still could have been really dangerous, but because they went Nautilus instead, I'm not really seeing many opportunities late game for Jinx to really pop off, because they didn't really get any hooks
Not
off
only
early.
that,
If it had been Lulu, then
it's like I
they could've,
mentioned, the
you know,
Nautilus was picked
killed.
into the fresh, and it's just a losing matchup. You do lose that matchup as the Nautilus.
Mordekaiser once again.
He's able to
fighting
get
one
the
v3.
ultimate down. He's able to get the ultimate
gets
down on the
ulted.
Victor. It actually cancelled the Tom Kench ult. They are just going to run them down. Oh, again, Q does miss. They are going to come out. They are just going to get taken down. There's a huge shutdown over to Luke on 750 gold. They are just going to run down the Hecarim as well. Rockets after rockets come through and do get to burn them down. It's 300 gold and a kill over to the Jinx. Double buffs too.
Yeah, Hecarim decided to try to ult to save his top laner, but it did not work out. Yeah, the Q missing there, I think, definitely condemned.
Hook comes through onto the Nautilus. They're going to
It's
be
a
away
hook.
from the Gorelius. Hook comes
Also
out,
CC,
hits the
but it's-
minion. There is a lot of damage onto the Jinx though. Here comes the Aurelia, able to get the Q2. She still has to reset, can hit it onto the minions, is able to finish off the Nautilus. Stun comes through onto the Victor as well, is able to get a third kill. Picked up by the Caitlyn, and that is 3 quick kills over to the McDonald's Freedom Fighters. Turning around that fight incredibly well.
This went from fairly good for Minion Genocide to insanely good for MFF, as the gold lead is now currently on 6,000.
Similar to what they had before, but that's another bunch of kills going over to the Aurelia as well as the Caitlyn, the more important members. Quick headshot on the tower finishes it off, so that's mid turret going down, that's 3 turrets to 0, 13 kills to 5, and a 7,000 gold lead in the favour of McDonald's Freedom Fighters. They're absolutely running away with the game so far.
Yeah, and you can have some tanky champions, that's fine, but this Irelia loves just auto-attacking 50,000 times on them. And she has Blade of the Root King,
Yeah,
so
she's
going
going to
to
be an incredibly scary champion to deal with.
I just want to say, I think the Merc threats on Victor were definitely for the Irelia stun, which is interesting, but the entire top side have Merc threats, and I can't help but feel like Mordekaiser has something to do with it. Wait, no, the entire top side of MFF also has Merc
It's like
threats.
I said though, if you're itemizing against the Mordekaiser, you don't want to go the Merc Treads though, you want to be going with the... Oh, I see a disconnection from the jungle again,
no.
we had that last game. But you want to be going with the boosted swiftness, because when they build the Ryalize, it helps out with the slowing, gives you more movement speed. The only time you want to buy Mercury Treads is to get rid of the CC. As you see, the engage hit onto the headshot comes through. They are going to get chunked out of their health. This is just going to be a dead frog again. You can see they might give over the kill, but no. It's going to get picked up there by the Hecarim.
Oh!
And they're still full health.
Yeah, that's the thing with Tom Kench. You might not die very fast, as we saw there, but if you're alone,
It's
there's
going to
nothing
engage here
you
onto the
can
Jinx
do.
though. They're just going to get ulted straight away. They're just going to
Oh,
be
wow.
right in front of the Fresh as they're going to get the hook through. Just going to cyclone on the backside. They're going to get picked up by the Caitlyn. The hook's going to barely miss, but the Mordekaiser is going to go down onto the Jinx. Is able to catch him with the claw. They're going to run forward. Flash forward from the Caitlyn. Is able to pick that one up with a headshot straight into the back of the head. Execution style.
Caitlyn killing Jinx. Caitlyn killing Jinx. Arcane Season 2 has been leaked.
Arcane Season 2 has. Yeah, I've just seen as well. Gargon
a
possibly
lore
trying to get the
reference?
stun, but this is going to be Baron started off by Misfortune. McDonald's Freedom Fighters, I'm getting all my M's mixed up. This should just be an easy Baron take. That should go down. They're going to balloon their gold to 10,000. 11,000 now with the Baron gone down. I'm expecting to just see the resets, then go forward, pick up their third dragon of the game, unless Minion Genocide are going to rush forward, and yeah, this game is essentially a foregone conclusion. It's McDonald's Freedom Fighters to lose at this point.
Yeah, and something I just noticed, once again, since they have the same top and mid laner, champion-wise, once again, Victor's just not itemizing any damage. He's going for the tier, so the, let's say I'm called Seraphs again, which gives him almost no AP, and he's the only AP on his team. So a little bit of armor, and
it's incredibly good for sort of like scaling into the late game. It's a very good like late game team fighting build, but at this stage with the way that the game has been going, you're not going to get to that late game. You have to change up your itemization.
yeah.
What would you like
definitely.
to see
I
here?
agree.
Because personally, for me, it'd be a Leandri's rather than the Rod of Ages.
Or yeah, absolutely. Leandris is pretty good. Don't think you're really gonna burst Irelia down or Mordekaiser or Hecarim. So all that's really left is a person you'll never get to.
Would you go
in
Leandri's
Caitlyn.
tier? Because for me, I'd probably go Leandri straight into a Zhonya's. I wouldn't stick on the Seeker's Arm Guard just because like Aurelia's going to like ignore that Seeker's Arm Guard like armor anyway because of her passive. But it's going to be a hook out here onto the Fresh, going to come through. They're going to get played back. That's going to come through. That's going to bring the knots back into the team. You can see the Wukong's gone into the backside, but they are cycloning absolutely nothing. They just got massively chunked out by the Caitlyn. Cyclone again. They should just get picked up by the Hecarim. No?
He just backs off. Look at the
Oh my
top
lord.
lane. Oh
Well,
my
this
lord.
is going to be top lane inhibitor going down. I'm a bit confused as to why they just let the Wukong go there. Maybe they're looking out for Planet of the Apes. Just making sure they don't get revenge. can see here, bot lane turret goes.
You animals! You blew her up.
Going to be the hook miss that the clone has
Damn you all
used.
to hell.
Slow comes down through.
Are they picking up the last in
Pull
hit?
comes through
Second
onto the
hit,
Atom
sorry.
Kench. They are going to get pulled forward. There's going to be the. Oh, there's a
Oh, the hook on the
huge
Jinx.
coming through there. Aurelia's going to be able to absolutely run them through. Mordekaiser into the back line. Another hook comes through onto the Wukong there. This is just going to be game 24 minutes in.
Yeah, there's
Ace and a hook
completely
comes
wiped
through.
here. All that's left
Aurelia's
is
going to dash in through, maybe get the stun. They are going to tank a little bit of the Fountain Laser, but this is just going to be game. They're just going to pick up the Baron, pick up 4 kills, end the game. A quick 2-0 here for McDonald's Freedom Fighters. As Hook does land.
He's trying to
Are they
think
gonna
you
get a
out.
ticket if they come
It's
through? This
cancelled.
is going to be the shutdown going over, and the Fresh is going to die in the end. But yeah, a very, very, very dominant Game 2 victory there from the McDonald's Freedom Fighters.
The death at the end doesn't count. We said that last
Yeah,
game.
yeah, it never counts. Technically, it's 2-0.
Yeah, I think it's Hillisang who said that. Is there anything better than jumping the enemy fountain at the end of the game? Just dying, but getting their fountain? Just it's the ultimate, like, yeah, we won, let's go act to him.
I know that he
So,
does love diving into the
that
fountain at the end of it.
Yeah, I think he almost always jumps in the fountain at the end if he can.
I
Just to
think
get that
one of the
extra
things that he
death.
said the most is that he believes that support shouldn't be afraid to die, so they shouldn't be afraid to like go forward and just die for the team. And I think that's why he sort of like practices doing it, so he's just never afraid of dying.
Yeah. So now that game 2's over, the game secures the series as a 2-0-4 MFF. Who would you say was your MVP during the second game, and who do you say was the MVP
I think-
overall? Because
Yeah, I think
It would be
overall
Mordekaiser.
Game 2 is a bit more of a difficult one. Oh, they relatively just stomped them though, didn't they?
yeah, overall, I would say you could make the argument for the Mordekaiser again, because he completely won in isolation. But the Irelia also very much won in isolation, and did a lot of damage in all the team fights. And then there was the support, obviously, getting so many hooks off.
It's kind of difficult. I kind of want to give it to Gorilius there, but there's also just like the Mordekaiser again winning in isolation. You had the Aurelia going forward. It's just, it was a bit of a stomping game too. It's kind of hard to pick who the MVP would actually be. Just going to correct it there.
I would say you can make an argument for both the mid laner and the support. Of course, the AD carry and jungler also played well. And looks like
We
Zed's
are going to
here
do
from
an
the
interview with Zed.
interview.
So
Did not know that.
yeah, Zed. This just for the viewers at home. This is going to be the mid laner for McDonald's Freedom Fighters, where they played the Annie in game 1 and the Aurelia in game 2. Congratulations on the win, man. How'd you feel?
Yeah. Oh, great, man. It's good that we start off the split with a 2-0 win. It's good. I'm looking forward to all the other games we're going to play, really. It's just fun.
Yeah. So give me a little bit of insight, because even though we're not entirely surprised by you picking the Aurelia, what was the sort of like thought behind actually just going forward and picking it? Because it's a bit of a change from the Annie in game 1.
Yeah. I don't know. I just felt like after the Annie game, I wanted to move my fingers and do some micro instead of macro. And also the Victor, he played super passive. I felt like I could take advantage of that
Yeah,
and punish
fair
him.
enough. So yeah, game 2 was definitely a bit of a different one than game 1. You definitely ran away with it a bit more. Can you give me some sort of like insight into the way that sort of like communication maybe differed between the games? Because game 1 was a hell of a lot closer until it kind of blew open a little bit. Was there any sort of like changes from the way that you wanted to play the early game, or was it just sort of the cards fell into your lap?
I just felt like after the second game, we kind of got like the download on them. And since they were picking most of the same champs, like we knew what to expect, and I felt like we probably could just play a lot better against them in the second game.
Yeah. Lipsy, any questions you want to ask?
You said you would shout me out. We disabled all
I wrote.
chats.
Oh, I
So
wrote. I'm
we
coming
always
for you,
do-
Lipsy. I'm coming for you.
Oh, is that? Oh, because the enemy mid laner was also a passive player. I see how it is.
No, it's just we're gonna play against each other, so I'm coming for you.
At some point. Yes. But yeah, 2-0. I don't know who you guys play next week. I haven't really checked that, but yeah, I'm checking
next
it right
week
now.
they play Support Diff, the number 2 team from last split.
Oh, you play Support Diff.
Who also picked up a 2-0
Ooh,
yesterday, didn't
that'll
they?
be interesting. Yeah, they did.
It's gonna determine quite a
Should
bit,
do,
though.
yeah. Yeah, it's a pretty important match. How do you feel going into that one anyway? Have you scrimmed them at all?
No, we haven't scrimmed them.
From anyone?
I think we did a few flex games here and there, but this was our first game in like I think a month, or first series in a month. So I don't know. I feel like we're gonna get a lot better if we play like this without any practice. Pretty much.
That's the hope. Yeah, but I'm looking forward to next week's game anyway. It's going to be 2 teams that were sort of like playing last split as well. Finished off the split actually. McDonald's Freedom Fighters against Support Diff playing week 2 as well, and it should decide a decent bit.
That was the last. Yeah, that was the last game, right?
And it should
remember,
actually decide.
It was a very well casted game. Very well casted game, and the jungler on MFF side did pretty well.
Yeah, whoever that was.
That's what made me want to join MFF.
MFF Visor, let's go. Okay, wait. One thing. Since we were stuck on this, who would you say between the 5 of you in the final game was the MVP of that game?
I don't know.
You're allowed to say yourself.
Probably the Caitlyn, just for the very, very solid throughout the game. Just
See, we
reliable too.
we had a different one.
I mean,
we were picking between either the Mordekaiser or the Fresh because they hit an insane amount of like hooks.
Oh yeah,
No,
I mean the thresh hooks are always good, but I mean yeah, those are just commonplace with gorillas. He just hits those every game. That's why it's banned all the time.
Yeah, he always hits those. But yeah, the choice was really between you and Gorillaz, so I don't know if you have a take on that. Because you also won your lane in isolation pretty hard.
Yeah, I don't know.
It was a team effort.
I'll be a little bit self-absorbed and say should go to me. I had some nasty Qs on the minions there.
And the stuns.
Yeah. But I just couldn't kill him. I wanted to kill him at least like 2 more times.
Yeah. I think you stunned him so many times, he actually started building Merc Treads.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then I couldn't kill him anymore. It was a good item.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I don't know if Visor has any more questions.
That's everything from me. It's just sort of like going into next week. I'm sure you're excited for the games, especially because it will determine like a decent amount of the top half of the table because they got a 2-0 this week. Yeah. So being able to sort of come out with a 2-0 lead, put yourself at the top of the standings, especially against one of the sort of like upper contenders. At least going into the split, they seem like one of the higher contenders. It'd be good to get yourselves up there. But yeah, well played today. Really nice. Always exciting to see an Aurelia come out. I definitely hope to see more of it. Also hope to see some of your Silas come out as well. See if we can get some of those exciting picks. And maybe some Gragas. Yeah. But yeah, we'll
see.
We'll
see if
play
we get
to you today. We'll play to McDonald's Freedom Fighters, and congratulations on the 2-0. Thank you for the interview.
GG, guys.
Thank you
very much.
Bye. So yeah, I think
that will be it.
That'll be it.
So upcoming games. Is that the last game of week 1?
This was the last game of week 1.
It was indeed.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah. We managed to stream 4 games this week, and 3 didn't get streamed. Sadly.
So hopefully going into week 2, we'll have it set up again. So next week, the teams that are playing next week for the Moon Division, is going to be the Krusty Crew against Lost to Boris. You've got Support Diff against McDonald Freedom Fighters, as we just mentioned. You've got the Troll Patrol going up against CBS, that is Lipsy's team. And you've got Minion Genocide, which is a team that just played against something meme team. I can't remember what they're...
SB meme team, yeah. But I don't know what SB means.
Premium Esports Gaming are going to be sitting next week out because there is 9 teams in the league. And then as for the Sun Division, good old Peg, we've got Troglodytes against Team... Is it Team A? Yeah, it's Team A. You've got 5...
I think they're called Void Angels now.
The Troglodytes against Void Angels. You've got 5 Guys 1 Cup against Adaptive. And you've got Placeholder against the Rift Royalty team, which is my one. So...
Easy win
Damn
for
right.
Royalty.
But yeah,
Clears.
looking forward to all of those games, and I hope we get to see all of you tune in. But from us, it's bye for now.